Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Coming up on this Access City Council program, Councilwoman Fiore is sworn in as our Mayor Pro Tem, and pop-up parks are coming to an area near you. We tell you about this and all the other fun coming later in the show. Of course, the Councilwoman, and as we mentioned, our newly sworn-in Mayor Pro Tem, who represents Ward 6, of course, Michelle Fiore. She joins me now. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, it's a true honor, and I have to tell you, I love our mayor. You know, she's extraordinary. And then for our council to give me the vote of approval and confidence unanimously, I was very honored. It's a big honor, and so I will work my darndest to make sure I never fail.
Well, you know what? I think that's what your colleagues felt too, because it was a unanimous vote. That it's an important job. We talk about this when the mayor is unavailable for any activity or any event. The Mayor Pro Tem fills in, and that can be chairing the city council meeting if the mayor is absent, to representing the mayor in the community somewhere.
Yep,
so
absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, and I do not take that lightly at all. No. She's placed her trust in me, and I will not let her down.
Oh, good deal,
yeah.
Good deal. You know Ward 6 very well. You've
yes.
been representing that area now for more than a couple of years. So if you're not exactly sure where Ward 6 is, we're going to show you. This is the area she represents, the one with the big 6 there at the top of the map. It's the northwest area of the valley, northwest area of our city. If you live in that area or work in that area, then you are in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And again, you're represented by Michelle Fiore, who is now our Mayor Pro Tem.
Yep.
And in fact, you tweeted this out. I thought it was great. You said, while it is an honor to be named Mayor Pro Tem, the honor is a little sweeter for me because it's coming from my mentor and our extraordinary mayor of Las Vegas. And it was a big day. Back on July 3rd, the day before the holiday, we had 3 new council members sworn in. Brian Knutson, there he is, from Ward 1.
Yep.
We had Victoria Seaman from Ward 2 and Olivia Diaz from Ward 3. And then one of the first things that the council did was elect you Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, and it was really amazing. It was amazing. And one of the things I'm excited for is I was fortunate to work with Councilwomen Diaz and Seaman up at the legislature.
Exactly. So you guys knew each other from there. That's Victoria Seaman being sworn in right there. She represents Ward 2. And last but not least, we're going to see Olivia Diaz. That's, of course, Victoria Seaman, but we'll see Olivia Diaz being sworn in as the councilwoman from Ward 3 as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, you guys are all former legislators.
Yep.
And so know each other. That's Councilwoman Diaz and her family at the swearing in that day as well. So
it was an amazing day. And also, on that day, we haven't had that many council women and men take the dais since 1941.
Exactly.
78 years.
I know three new council members in one day.
Yes.
That's been a long time. And we should say we're one of the few city councils anywhere that has a female majority now, too.
Yes, we do. First time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's really, really exciting.
Which is interesting because the legislature had a female majority this past session, and now city council. It just shows that Nevadans are going to vote for whoever they think is the best person.
It's
so
true.
Male,
it's true.
female, whatever, they're going to vote in the best person. So good stuff. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
And I'm excited to talk about this. You recently came back from an incredible trip to Europe, specifically to Italy.
Yes.
And people may not know this, but your father, born and raised in Italy.
Yes.
And that connection, you have family back there. Yeah. And tell everybody about this. One of your father's best friends is a priest who's worked at the Vatican.
Yes.
And so you were able to get an inside tour of the Vatican, including an up and close with the Pope.
Yes. So I am very blessed. I'll say that. I'm very fortunate. So my dad was born and raised in this little town in Bari called Neucatero. And so his brothers and sisters still have homes there, and I have a lot of cousins out there. And some of my dad's business friends are still out there. And my dad, once upon a time when he was young, went into the seminary in Neucatero. And when he went into the seminary, thank goodness he left because I wouldn't be here.
True.
So he decided, children and marriage was for him.
More suited for him.
Yeah. So, but, when you're raised Catholic, we just have this thing. I don't know if it's called Catholic guilt or what is it, but we have it. All of us have it. And so my father fell in love with Father Angelo back then. And so he worked with the Vatican. He invented and created how to press a button and make the church bells ring.
Wow.
There's really a lot of history that goes there. And Father Angelo has been back and forth to New York, performed numerous weddings of my family's in New York. My father would ask for him to come to New York. Some of the marriage certificates were right from the Vatican itself. And so there's a huge history there. And I literally was blessed and fortunate, and a once in a lifetime. I had Father Angelo for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and he's 83, but he's really like 60, because I had to keep up with him. We did 5-6 miles a day in Rome, going to all different churches, fountains, special places in the churches that really aren't open to the public. We would go in this doorway and then this doorway, and then I thought he was opening up a closet, but it was an elevator to the 5th floor of, I believe it was the Santa Monica Catholic Church, and from that rooftop, you saw the whole city of Rome. The whole city of Rome, from the Colosseum to the Vatican, to the Prime Minister's place. I mean, the whole city of Rome, and then same with the father, with the priests, with the students that are studying to be priests for the Vatican. They live in the Vatican, and so I got to see on their rooftop some of the incredible things that you don't get to see. Some of the chapels that they pray in that aren't open to the public. Wow. The art, the mosaic art, the walls in these chapels that are made of stone, little tiny rocks of stone. It was just breathtaking. Like, you just don't see that art anywhere. And so again, I was very fortunate, and I never take anything for granted. And it's really nice to visit with, but now I do have to tell you that I have made a promise to learn the language, because the majority of my father's family speak Italian. So English is their second language, and so and it's a beautiful language. It's a beautiful language. So I think it's going to be fun.
Well, and I think too, the incredible thing is that Father Angelo helped get you up close and with the Pope. I mean, you were right there with him. And how you were mentioning before we taped the show about how he was so open to everyone and so kind and friendly with everyone. Yes,
he had children in his Pope mobile, right? So because we had it was called a special ticket, and so we were in a special place where the Pope comes up and he does his papal audience, and it was really special. But watching him in his Pope mobile and watching him let the children come in the Pope mobile and then out of the Pope mobile, and then just touching everyone, and a lot of the priests and students that I spoke with, they believe that Pope Francis is St. Peter. So as they elected him, and they believe that it is St. Peter talking, praying, and leading through Pope Francis. So when you get to sit and listen and learn, it's like Father Angelo has written over 28, edited and published 28 encyclopedias. He has given me one of the on Christian history. I had 2 full solid days of education and I went to Catholic school. That I was.
It's one thing reading about it, it's one thing being there.
I was just like, wow. I mean, I think that was the word in my mind. I just didn't want to say it all the time, but I was really honored.
Well, thank you for sharing the experience as well as the pictures. It's just breathtaking.
Yes,
and to be right there.
It's amazing because folks, don't realize the challenge it is for the Pope's security detail, right? And he has some of the best on his security detail. And when I was watching him and watching his security detail and watching the cameras and watching the people watching from above, he has this Swiss guards that are dressed, they look like Renaissance, but there's nothing Renaissance about them. Those sword canes that they carry can demolish you in a moment. They are equivalent to our top special forces here, and it's like it's no joke. Like it's really amazing.
Well, he's so open that
Yes,
sure keeps
he
them
is
on their
so
toes.
open, and he just gets out of his Pope mobile. I don't think he was supposed to do that, and and so his security detail. They have a big job because he doesn't seem like a man that's going to be contained. Yeah. He loves everyone. He wants to touch everyone. He wants to bless everyone. From what I saw, he was just a true spirit of love.
Yeah. I'm glad you got to meet him, and what an experience.
Yes.
And thanks for sharing it with us.
Yes, absolutely.
We could talk about this all day, but maybe come back a little closer to home. This is, I know, near and dear to many of your constituents out there. The Kyle Canyon Interchange is done. It's finally done. So there was a celebration June 20th to officially open the interchange. Thank goodness that work is coming to a close.
Yes, yeah, and it's beautiful. A lot of people think talking about roadways are boring, and it could be, but however, it's beautiful, it's accessible.
Yeah, and if you travel it, oh my gosh, it's a necessity.
It's so much nicer. It's so much nicer, and I have been going up to Mount Charleston for 28 years, and it's just so much nicer, easier, better.
Well, you got a lot of road construction going on out in your ward, specifically highway construction from Nevada Department of Transportation. When those projects are done, it's going to make life so much easier out there for sure. So, but this did turn out beautifully.
Yes, it did.
All right. Well, congratulations on that, Councilwoman. And I want to tell everybody, too, this is exciting. We have pop-up parks popping up all around the city. One will be coming to a park near you. Now, we had one at Lorenzi Park, but you've got one coming to Floyd Land Park in the future.
We do.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be letting you know exactly when that happens, because it's literally like an activity day for your kids. I mean, our city staff is so dedicated. I have to just say, they literally go above and beyond. They think out of the box. What can they do to make kids happy? And these are these pop-up parks. So they're literally bringing all these fun toys and games to the parks and just playing with the children.
And that's why we call it a pop-up park, because it's not a park literally that's going to pop up, but it's the activities are just going to pop up.
Yes.
And you can see it's from games to activities of all types, hula hoops and whatever is going to keep the kids entertained and also educated a little bit.
Yes.
And again, we'll tell everybody when it's going to be out at Floyd Land Park, but they're going to be in all of the parks, and not all the parks, all the wards are going to have a pop-up park over the next few months. So stay tuned, and we'll keep everybody posted. So
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Looked like fun.
Yes.
So those are great pictures too. So, and Councilwoman, speaking of Floyd Land Park, you tweeted this out. Thanks to everyone who came out to the fishing derby yesterday. Floyd Land Park at Tule Springs is such an awesome place to enjoy fishing in Las Vegas. This is always a big, big deal because it's a free fishing day. You don't need a license. We provide the stuff. Just come out and enjoy.
We do. We give away fishing poles and bait and trophies. And I mean, we give a lot of stuff away, and we teach you how to fish. We have the Boy Scouts out there cooking pancakes. I mean, it's a party. In our ward, it's a party. I just want everyone in the community to feel loved, and I want everyone to feel included. And I want them to know that we're working hard to have them be part of something.
Yeah, and this is such a wonderful event. I think it just speaks. People in Ward 6 love to get out and participate. And again, this is a perfect example. No shortage of people came out to the fishing derby that day. That's a big lake.
Yeah.
And they're all over. And it's just such a nice annual event out there. A lot of these kids, obviously, it's maybe their first time ever getting out to fish, so they get to experience that and still be in the city of Las Vegas.
It's true. It's true. And I have to tell you, the kids love it. The kids love it, and they love touching the fish. They love touching the fish. So that's exciting. That's exciting when you have kids having a great time.
Yeah, that was back on June 8th. The weather was really great. It's a little breezy that day, but that's before we had any really hot weather. It was still pretty mild. So
I think the month of May was historical. We were chilly in May.
No.
We were chilly.
June wasn't bad.
No.
And, 4th of July even wasn't that bad.
No, we had a little breeze up there,
Mm-hmm.
which was really nice.
Exactly.
Which was really nice.
So, fishing derby, it'll be back in the future.
Yes,
if you missed it this
absolutely.
year, stay tuned. We'll keep you posted here on Channel 2 Councilwoman will do that on her social media and, of course, on our website. But you don't want to miss that in the future. It's a lot of fun. And then Councilwoman, 4th of July was recently. We had the Summerlin Parade. Big deal. This parade started off as kind of a little neighborhood thing, and now it's turned into one of the biggest
25
parades.
years. We celebrated 25 years of doing the Summerlin Parade.
Time flies.
And I have to tell you, again, my Cub Scouts and my Boy Scouts literally gave out 2,700 flags. We could have easily given out 10,000. There was more than 10,000 folks there. But my Cub Scouts, so you have to understand, the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts were running with the fire truck because all the flags were on the fire truck. So they were getting handfuls of flags off that truck
and then
handing it to the folks. And we got really beautiful flags, not these little flags. We purchased beautiful flags for everyone. And the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts, again, they love doing that.
Yeah. Well, you were in the parade, Councilman Anthony, Stavros Anthony, Councilwoman Livia Diaz, and Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, all in the parade. Of course, then the mayors Goodman, Carolyn, and Oscar.
They led the parade,
as always.
Yes, and I love that. Our Goodmans, the Goodman legacy of the city of Las Vegas. It's amazing. It's amazing. We're going to have 25 years of the Goodmans.
I know.
With this new term and with this new AB 50.
Exactly right.
I think the city of Las Vegas is very fortunate.
Yep. It's been an interesting thing, and because of the way the election cycle, this past legislative session, they moved all of the city elections, which normally happen in odd-numbered years in the spring. All the elections in Nevada will be in the fall. In the November, to keep in with the November cycle in even-numbered years. So that meant that rather than shortening the terms of our current elected officials, you're going to have an extra year and a half, all of you, to make the adjustment then. So, for example, for you, your election would be up in 2021, but it'll be in 2022 now, and that happens with all the council members. So the Mayor Goodman, current Mayor Goodman, will get to serve an extra year and a half. So instead of 12 years, she'll get 13 and a half. Then.
Well, remember, Lois got appointed. Our former Mayor Pro Tem, Lois Tarkanian, was appointed, and she got to serve 14 years.
She did.
As a council and Mayor Pro Tem, and I already miss her.
She served with distinction and did a great job. Had a lot of legacy. The medical district among them. But now we have Brian Knutson. He's come in. We're going to meet him on our next Access City Council show. It'll be his first one, and he's got plans that
he's a great guy. Well, Brian also worked with the city a decade ago.
Yes, he did.
And he has a beautiful family. I really want to steal his little girl. She just gave me kisses and hugs and smiles, and she's just this little tiny dainty thing. And his husband he's
also named Brian.
His husband's a love bug as well. Very sweet. And so I'm excited about our new council. We have some great members.
We do, and we'll meet Brian Knutson on our next Access show. So you have to tune in for that. So, and then of course, Councilwoman, after the parade, you just didn't miss a beat because then you tweeted this out as well. Join me for the annual Ward 6 4th of July celebration at Sky Canyon Park. Now, this was a partnership with you, Councilman Stavros Anthony. This was a big deal because you had 5,000 people show up?
Yes.
Wow.
So last year we did it, I expected 1,000, we had 3,000. So this year we counted on having 3,000 and we had 5,000. So Councilman Anthony helped me with this, and Commissioner Larry Brown provided our stage. We did it bigger. Last year I kind of did it all by myself. This year I included the city. Councilman Anthony helped, Larry pitched in. So, it was bigger, it was better. And it was funner. It was funner. We still had everything plus what we did last year. We had free hot dogs, free apple pies, free ice creams, free beverages, free Hawaiian necklaces, free light up necklaces, free flags.
Food. There was food.
Everything. We had 3 bands. The fireworks show was 15 minutes. It was literally amazing. It was so amazing.
And folks, all this was free. That's the thing. This was completely free.
It was a party for our Northwest.
It really was. And you know what I loved about it, Councilwoman, is that it was a great fireworks show that maybe kept people from shooting them off in their neighborhood and
Yes.
hitting their neighbor's house and terrifying their dogs and,
Yes.
and everything else,
Well,
you know.
for the last month, we have been working hard on promoting don't buy the illegal fireworks, because I have all of them. I have all the legal fireworks.
That's right. With
We
with the
literally
proper
paid-
permit and the
right.
fire department and everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
We paid for the fireworks, right? So we paid to have the right fireworks, the right permits, the right area. No houses were getting hit. You know, fireworks weren't going into your neighbor's pools. You know, it was safe. You know, it was really amazing. It was really amazing.
Well, kudos to you and Commissioner Brown and Councilman Anthony for putting that on. It's a big deal. And you know what I predicted? The Summerlin Parade's 25 years. You're going to be doing this many, many years from now. This is going to be a tradition. It's going to just live on out there. So.
Yeah, I think it's important that the Northwest have its own fireworks show, because the closest fireworks show would have been Red Rock.
Exactly.
And
Great
Red
point.
Rock got canceled.
It did. They had a
horrible,
permitting issue.
horrible.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta
Not with the
tell you.
city.
Yeah, not with the city. It wasn't the city. The city would never. I would have a conniption fit. Let me tell you, I'd be lighting off the fireworks myself. But I feel so bad for the people that went to the Red Rock to see the fireworks show. And I know former Councilman Bob Coffin had a few choice things to tweet about it. So I just felt bad. So fortunately for the Northwest, we had our fireworks show.
You did, which is, and again, under the stars,
Yes.
it was a nice night. It's a great tradition, so keep it up.
Yes,
Love
yes.
it. And then, Councilwoman, want to tell everybody you have some events coming up that we want to make sure everybody knows about. July 18th, we're going to have a groundbreaking for some new lacrosse fields. Lacrosse has just exploded.
It really is.
And this is going to be out at Teton Trails lacrosse field groundbreaking. It's going to be Thursday, July 18th, 10 a.m. Teton Trails Park. That's on North Bradley Road. And I know you guys hear this all the time. We can't build soccer fields and lacrosse fields fast enough to keep up.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And baseball fields.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so true. But you know what? I love that because everyone's involved with sports.
Right. And
Everyone's
active
involved.
and right.
Yeah.
And, you know, Councilwoman, we've seen this too. A lot of, well, with the Mayor's Cup soccer tournament, it brings in people from all around the world, literally, to Las Vegas. And with these added lacrosse fields, now we can have more tournaments, bigger tournaments, draw in more people. So it's really something that the entire community is going to see a benefit from.
It's amazing. It's just amazing. And my daughter Savannah, her best friend Ashley, did lacrosse all through their middle school and high school, and so it's a pretty cool sport.
It's taken off. It really has. And then also, Councilwoman, want to let everybody know you're having your YMCA Splash back to school event. We're already talking about back to school kids July 26th.
I know.
It'll
They
be
don't
here.
want to hear about it.
I know, not yet anyway, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Friday, July 26th, 5 to 7 out at Centennial Hills Community Center and YMCA. Great facility. This event, you don't need to be a member of the Y. Just come on out and enjoy. And Councilwoman, you're going to be giving out backpacks and all kinds of stuff, aren't you?
We do. We raise a lot of funds, and we get a lot of school supplies and a lot of backpacks and different colors this year. We wanted it to be a little brighter than last year, so we got some bright backpacks, and we just really want to make sure that we help all of our schools out in the Northwest that need a little extra help, because sometimes you just don't know. Maybe both parents aren't working, or sometimes we just need a little extra help. So we do that.
And again, so that'll be July 26th. A lot of fun out there, and then school starts shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
So, sorry, spoiler alert, it's coming. So, all right. Well, Councilwoman, always a pleasure to have you on the show. We want to tell everybody out there, you know, we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilwoman and Mayor Pro Tem Fiore, you can find her on Facebook and Twitter. She does a lot on social media. You can also contact her just by picking up the phone. The number is 702-229-6405, or you can send her an email. Her address is mfiore@lasvegasnevada.gov. You have a great staff, too. Dan, Chance, and Felicia do a wonderful job keeping track of everything in the ward, too. So rest assured, if you contact her office for whatever the issue might be, you're going to get a response very quickly. You really are one to get on whatever issues arise.
I want everyone answered. I want everyone answered. I never want anyone thinking, I called their office,
And
but they
nothing
haven't
happened,
called me. But no,
Yeah.
everyone has to be answered.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
That's a nice trademark. So
Thank you.
All right. Well, listen, we'll have you back in 6 weeks with another update. Are you going to Italy or anything in the meantime again?
I think I have to take a fast trip to North Carolina.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and check something out there. But no, I probably will go back to Italy this year because I have a lot of family out there that we still have a lot of things to talk
That's good
about.
for you, and bring more pictures. I
Yeah.
enjoyed seeing them. So I know the viewers did too. So
Yeah.
So we'll see you next time. We want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Access City Council. Don't miss our next show beginning in July 18th with newly sworn in Ward 1 City Councilman Brian Knutson. You can catch all of our programs now on KCLV from Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. We're on all those platforms. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time around.